Well, Hurricane Erin is continuing to cause problems for people living in the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. The storm, an incredibly strong Category 4, isn't expected to hit the U.S. However, its effects will be felt along shorelines up and down the East Coast, making swimming potentially dangerous. Now, along the Crystal Coast, Carteret County officials say that they are monitoring the storm and coordinating with local, state, and federal partners. Just south of Ocracoke, hazardous conditions are expected to begin there on Tuesday. County officials are warning about life-threatening rip currents, extremely dangerous surf, major beach erosion, and some coastal flooding. They say that residents down east communities and near waterways need to be especially alert to flooding risks around midweek high tides. And closer to home, several mandatory evacuations are underway along the North Carolina coast. On Ocracoke Island, visitors are being asked to leave immediately. Residents on the island are urged to leave starting at 6 o'clock Tuesday morning. While Erin is expected to stay well off of our coast, Hyde County officials say the storm will bring those life-threatening impacts to the Ocracoke coastline. So for a more detailed check of what we can expect with Erin, let's bring in meteorologist Brandon Lawson. And an extremely dangerous storm, but the good news, like we said, not hitting the U.S. mainland.
Yeah, going to be passing comfortably offshore, which is good news. The bad news with it, though, with it being offshore, it's just going to push all those waves that are going to be pushing up towards the coast, and that's going to be producing that dangerous surf and dangerous rip currents along the East Coast as we go through the course of this week. Hurricane Erin is still southeast of Florida this morning, well southeast of Florida, and just northeast of the Turks and Caicos. Category 4 storm, 130-mile-per-hour sustained winds. It's nearly tripled in size from when we last spoke to you on Friday, if you haven't been paying attention through the weekend. It is moving northwest, so it's starting to make that turn. It'll be moving due north on Wednesday and eventually moving to the northeast by Thursday, passing just offshore on Wednesday and Thursday, and then eventually getting out of here. So it's not going to make landfall anywhere along the East Coast, but again, it is going to be producing some high rip currents and dangerous wave heights as we go through the course of this week along the East Coast, and that includes the Carolinas coastline as well. We could see some coastal flooding, beach erosion a concern, especially for the Outer Banks Islands. So just keep in mind, folks, that if you're heading to the beach, if you're not under a mandatory evacuation, do not get in the water. It's just going to be too dangerous to do so with those rip currents and high waves as well and rough surf. So please, please, please do not get in the water if you're going to be heading to the beach this week. Coming up in just a bit, we'll have more on your local forecast, and we'll also be discussing when we could see rain chances here towards Charlotte in just a bit, Jason.
All right, thank you, Brandon. Appreciate that.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.